been hammering about mobile really ever since we got to Warner Music. And what was really interesting to me about the announcement, not so much of the iPhone, but the more recent announcement was a week ago of the new MP3 players, the new Nano, the new iPod Touch, etc., was a number of press reports all of a sudden referred to them as iPhones without a camera or a phone. So, you know, the psychology, it's amazing how quickly the psychology reversed. So I think yes, the answer is, and I think Vodafone had an interesting line where they said that, you know, the mobile phone is now the third thing without which you don't leave your house. You know, your keys, your credit cards, and your cell phone. And pretty soon it will be your keys and your credit card. So do I think it is ultimately the default device? Do I think you're going to get your music on it? Yes, in fact, I don't think in 5 years we'll even think of it as a phone. It'll be a device, I'm not sure what you call it, where there'll be a phone application, you know, a communications application, there'll be content and entertainment applications, there'll be information applications, there'll be interactive applications, etc. And that's something that, you know, everyone will have. That, I think, is an enormous opportunity for us, because if you think of the base of that subscription base, it's 3 billion people. Right? So we've never addressed 3 billion people in our history as a recorded music. We've never had that kind of opportunity. And for those of you, and I've said this before, so I apologize for those of you who heard it, but the difference between a million and a billion 1,000,000 seconds is 12 days. 1 billion seconds is 32 years. So it's a lot more. And if you think about our commerce opportunity up until the last 5 or 6 years ago, which was really retail driven, 50,000 stores, let's say, around the world, however many million people, 3, 5, 10, went into those stores, we're now going to have an addressable market within 5 or 10 years of all 3 billion subscribers, and soon, you know, at least 1 billion or 1.5 billion of those, many of whom, as I mentioned, reside in China, India, Russia, where we've never sold. We may have distributed, but never sold our product. So that's why I think, you know, our opportunity is very broad. And if you also think about, we have a very strong economically aligned partner in the carrier, because the carrier is facing a world where increasingly voice is a commodity, probably be free before very long in almost every part of the world. The carrier is going to make their money by selling data. Music is really one of the most important data opportunities carriers have. In fact, at the last 3GSM conference in February in Barcelona, the mobile operators talked about what their key revenue opportunity were. Of the first 5, number 2 on that list was music. So it's critical, and it is therefore, I think, a central part of where we see our revenue strategy going.